Hi everybody, this is Caryma here. We are live at Queen's Park. I've got Matt and Josh, my security detail, given some of the events that have previously transpired. As you probably know, we are here for the anti-mask, anti-lockdown protest. I got a special shirt for the occasion, Caryma 316. When it gets nicer outside, you'll see the back of my shirt. I just got you banned. So, hi Chris, if you're watching. People are starting to trickle in, so we'll maybe take a little bit of a tour around to see what's cracking. Lots of cops. So no doubt that today we are expecting some kind of a turnout. Fewer people than I've seen in the past, but it's still quite early. Or maybe everyone has reasoned up. I don't know. We'll see. I am obviously here live. I will periodically check messages. But yeah, we are ready to get this show on the road. You guys missed it. Within a moment of us getting here, there was a dude circling us in a skateboard. The same dude who, if you recall, when Chris was on his driveway crying in his car because the cops wanted to arrest him, and he was begging his followers to come save him. This is the dude who put a joint in his mouth, says, "I'm coming, bro," from Mississauga. He's around. Actually, he lost his sunglasses a couple weeks ago, and I meant to ask him if he's found them. He said they were $400 sunglasses. I don't know. Lots of drama going on here. But let's give you a little bit of a view. Again, there are some children. We'll avoid capturing that. So last week, there was some disagreement amongst the organizers about which direction things would take, quite literally. And so the parade U-turned a couple of times. Interesting to see whether the same happens this week, or maybe they've planned. Oh, here's Buddy. He was circling us for a good minute, not that long, and maybe we were just in a very opportune piece of land, but a little bit weird. So as you can see there are some professionally made signs. Not sure whether those are for purchase or for distribution, or who pays to make the signs. He's slick. My man is very slick. Oh, there's a lady who is... Yeah, I am. I'm sorry to hear that. I said I'm sorry to hear that. So here's the problem, guys. No one's paying me. I do have a GoFundMe app. So if you enjoy the work that I'm doing,
make sure you put it up on Instagram.
This is all live.
Yeah, make sure. Never thought I'd see the day that somebody like you could turn against people over a bullshit lie. Because it's only a flu. But keep yourself masked up and make sure you get the vaccine, because you'll be dead in
Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Hello. Hey, man. We're good. We're good. We're good.
Just show me where you guys were, so just come on.
Yeah. So we're gonna be, just standing here, and I will probably take some abuse, like we just saw.
So just keep watching.
Just keep watch. Just keep an eye out. Don't let anyone attack me from behind. Between the three of you, I'm very confident in my security detail team here. And look, here's one of the really unfortunate things about how polarizing all of this discourse is. That lady who was just yelling at me is someone who I've known and followed and been mutuals with on social media for quite some time. So there was a lot of common ground, I would say, and clearly this is something that people feel they need to be on one side or the other of a divide. And I mean, it really comes down fundamentally to what's real, what's not real, what do we trust, and how do we process media and information in this world with so much fake news, where we know that there's sort of covert attempts to sow civil discontent, right? Like that's a thing that we know is happening, and social media is really a tool for that. So the goal here isn't here are some people who are filming me. This lady's still going off about how I'm not wanted here, which is true, which is why I brought security. But for a bunch of freedom-loving people, they really take issue with my freedom of expression. And, it's too bad. It really is too bad. But we're in Canada, folks, and I have charter rights that aren't actually in breach or in conflict, rather, with the stay-at-home order. And we'll talk a little bit about kind of what this means from a constitutional perspective, because there's a lot of half-assed legal analysis from people who have no business talking about legal analysis. And I say that not in a pejorative way. I think that it is valuable to have discussions about constitutionality and government overreach and rights and freedoms. Those are all very real and important issues. But having said that, we need to approach it from some place of common understanding of facts. And there's this phenomenon that I recently learned about, the Dunning-Kruger effect, which is, as I understand it, like a term for a psychological phenomenon where the less someone knows about a particular subject, the more confident they feel opining about that subject. And conversely, the more someone knows, the more they realize the limits of their own knowledge and are more likely to be very cautious with their words, because there's incredible nuance and context, and very few things are black and white. So I'm talking about this because, here we go. We're going to have some people approaching us. This lady just called my security team a joke. What's going on here? Anyway, sorry, to pick back up on that thread, there are a lot of people making very strong statements about the Charter, about the Bill of Rights, riddled with factual inaccuracies. And because these people don't understand the depths of their own ignorance, they say this with a lot of confidence, and they get people who believe them. And I am not a scientist. So I don't pretend to be an expert in the science.
You guys work with the government.
They're working for me.
Cops?
They're working for me. Last time I got threats. So
Yeah. For some safety. Okay.
that's right. Yeah. That's right.
I wasn't trying to be obnoxious.
No. There are so many really nice people here, and I've had a lot of good conversations. Last time I got a couple of threats, and I still want to come here and document, so I figured safety first.
Wait till all these little girls that are taking pictures and realize I'm cute.
If we're lucky, we might become a meme, but we won't count on it. So let's do a circle of the perimeter. So I'm going to put my camera up here. This is, as we understand it, kind of gorilla themed. And you know what? This is a pilot project. So we're going to try some things. Some stuff might work. Other stuff, we'll do a redo. See, now I find, like, Michael Jackson would not have wanted this. He wouldn't have. I don't know him. But no, he was talking about police brutality, like, against demographics that actually suffer police brutality. Oh no, that was my jokey. But the good news is the phone stayed connected, so we're fine. Anyway, Michael Jackson doesn't like this. Look at that, it's Mr. Banerjee. Hold on, now I can't.
These guys are doing push-ups.
Look at that, the sun is coming out. It is my birthday. That's okay, let him come.
A good sign, my man.
So this is Ron Banerjee, who you may remember from last week. So he's the guy who got his ass sued by the Caryma Fine Foods guy for basically Islamophobic content. He's the same guy, I learned, who ripped out pages of the Quran at a Peel board meeting. So he's a really scummy person.
I'm the best. I'm the greatest.
He's also a bit delusional. How can I help you today, Ron? What do you want?
I don't know. I'm just filming. That's all.
Okay.
Okay, there's no being civilized anymore. Man, we're gonna be on so much social media, man. I'm not even a big social media guy.
So Ron is very unhappy that I have security today. I think he wanted to go into one of his rants, but, you know. A lot of people here are really great. There are some people who don't want me here and sort of issue threats. So this time I wanted to just be safe.
I'm sorry?
I wanted to be safe this time and have like witnesses and security, because last time I got accosted.
Oh, really? Oh my God.
You know what? It's a small minority, but it happens, right? Yeah, exactly.
Oh, you're a reporter.
I'm reporting on this. I'm a lawyer.
Okay.
So my interest in this is mostly legal.
Yes,
Yeah.
of course.
Yeah.
Really? And you got accosted last time or something?
Oh yeah. I don't have a card, but if you look up SAD lawyer, SA'D lawyer, you'll find my.
apostrophe E.
D for David. So sad like the feeling. Even if you forget the apostrophe, sad lawyer Toronto, you'll find my Instagram. So you don't have to have an account to look at it.
You have a... Oh, you don't?
No, but if you, what socials are you on? Like, what do you use?
I don't have a phone. I don't have a cell phone.
You're a smart lady.
Where's my friend? Come over here, my friend. This is my friend. I just met her.
We met today. Hello.
Yeah. She's with BC. I'm going to go BCC, Vaccine Choice Canada.
Okay. Okay, so you're the group that filed with Rocco Galati, right? Okay.
Oh my God, your mask is down below your nose. Put it back up. You know, you might spread COVID.
Thank you for your concern.
Okay, so, sorry, you were saying?
I was just telling you about why I have security there.
Yeah.
You're with Druthers? Is that right?
No, I'm not. No.
She's a lawyer. She's with, you look her up. She's Sad Lawyer in Toronto. S-A-apostrophe-D lawyer. It's on Instagram.
Okay.
But if you don't have Instagram, you could probably...
I have a website. I have all of...
What is your first and last name, may I ask?
Yeah, it's Caryma Sad. Caryma Sad, yes.
Caryma. And
Like
last
cream
name
of wheat. So Caryma and then Sad.
S-A-D.
Yeah.
Ah, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, we just found a fish. Yes. Oh, hello. Hi. You know, they had to bring in the security for me, you know. I'm looking so good these days.
It's a VIP.
Absolutely. Yeah. Caryma, are you going to be speaking today?
I'm not, no.
Oh.
No, I'm really just here to observe. I want to be as unobtrusive as possible.
Oh, okay.
So I brought these guys so that I could remain unobtrusive, you know?
Okay.
Yeah. Are you speaking today?
No, I'm really, this is my second time being here.
Okay. Are you from Toronto?
Yeah. And I'm like, I haven't been to the meeting. Like, I started going to some of the meetings, and I'm kind of pretty ignorant, to be honest. I'm learning more. I know more than a lot of people that are asleep.
Sure.
I'm not asleep, but I don't know how to respond when people say certain things like, you know, COVID is real.
Okay.
Right? And I'm like, well, yeah, it's real, but the numbers aren't, you know, like I try and like I triple my tongue. It's like, yeah, the numbers are fake. And it's like, sometimes people you don't get a chance to sort of explain it, right?
So is your concern that like basically the numbers are overblown?
Oh, there's lots of good service. Yeah, I think that the numbers aren't, they're like, I've seen a lot of stuff on that, like right now, CBC, I used to respect, but I just find that the media is so censored and like it's just like I feel like a duck and somebody's got their hands on my throat and they're just jamming all this bullshit down, and that's how I feel. And I'm just thinking, and I think people have said
for you.
they've said it so many times, and then what they do, people like I listen to CBC just so I can hear what they're saying, but then they say something like, oh, we've got a nurse here, and everybody's so excited they got the shots, and everybody's so excited here. Listen, right now, my dad died from a vaccine. That's a year and a half ago from the vaccine, which I didn't support, but I wasn't making that decision. And I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, thank you. But you know, they're still in denial. Nobody ever said he died of old age. That's what they've written down. They didn't put he died of a flu shot. And then my mom got the Moderna about 5 weeks ago. After a week or so, her blood count dropped 40 points within like 3 weeks, and so she passed out and called the ambulance, and they said, "Oh, your blood counts have dropped 40 in like a certain period of time, right? Like within 3 weeks." But it's nothing to do with the shot, but she's bleeding internally, and the colonoscopy, nothing. Her heart's perfect, great, everything's good, but she did have some low iron before, to my knowledge, like, for sure, we know that, but never a drop of 40 points out of that, right? And then also, hello.
Journalist, let him speak to her.
No. When you're finished.
Oh, okay. No, you can listen.
No, I said we will never stop talking.
Okay, listen, I haven't even met her yet.
That's a real friend, eh?
Listen, I haven't known her long enough. We were talking on the phone.
Seconds.
We were talking on the phone. But
My name's Chuck. I actually am a journalist.
Okay.
And I was hoping to just talk with you quickly about You have guards.
I have guards.
Tell me, give me a second to let me configure my phone because, phones are not my forte. I'm Prince.
You got a job to do. I don't want to be your way.
Good afternoon. It's Chuck Black at Freedom Forum News. I am speaking with a lady who has guards protecting her.
Hello, my name's Caryma. I'm a lawyer in Toronto, and I've been following and documenting these protests for several months, actually. And I also produce editorial comics. There are some comics that people have not liked, in particular relating to Chris Sky, who I think is kind of a foul person. Just the way that he behaves with minimum wage workers and I can't stand for his methods or his message, really. So anyway, as a result of that, I've been doxxed online, and so when I come here now, I get accosted by people. Not everybody. I think that there is a lot of people who are here for really genuine reasons of concern and are wanting to do their civic duty, but there's maybe disagreement about what that civic duty is. So that's kind of the question that I'm getting at. I think that it's very topical, and the guards are really here just to make sure that everyone stays cool.
And I thank you very much for your time. That was a wonderful interview.
I appreciate you. Thank you.
And I do Freedom Forum News. The website's on the card. Starting on May 18th, I'm doing a show on alternative news outlets across Canada.
Okay.
So if you want to send me an email or give me a call,
I will for sure.
I can interview you in a more formal environment for an actual broadcast television.
Well, thank you very much. It was a pleasure to meet you. And I'm Caryma.
I could have used it last weekend.
If you look, I'll send you an email. You'll find me online. You'll see some of what happened last weekend that led to this.
I don't know what happened here, but last weekend I had a camera crew.
Yeah.
And we were stopped at the Ontario-Quebec border, and one of us was arrested.
Were you trying to get to Montreal?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Hello, stranger. How are you doing? I'm interviewing the person with security guards.
Yeah. Wait, what's your name? Are you Caryma?
That's me.
Yeah. What are you doing out here with security guards?
Well, last week when I came to document what was going on, I got accosted by a few people, including Ron Banerjee, who is sort of notorious for causing trouble in the city. So this time I didn't want to take any chances. So I just have some support here to make sure everyone stays cool.
Are your security guards being paid? Yeah? Yeah. Okay.
Bitcoin. We're getting paid in Bitcoin.
Bitcoin?
Yeah.
So no cash?
Bitcoin.
Oh, yeah, that's interesting.
We can't discuss the terms of our retainer, but I don't like taking people's work for free.
Uh-huh. And are these your friends? Do you know them personally?
I'm not going to talk about my relationship with these guys.
Okay, well, it's actually nice to, see you actually without any more drama, I guess.
I don't want any drama. That's right.
Well, thanks for being so peaceful today.
Take care.
You're killing it.
So far, so good. Huh? Sorry for my finger there. Okay, so that was probably the first wave of people. As you can see, there's really a range of folks that this crowd attracts. And while there are some similarities and I think some very troubling undercurrents to this movement, I do maintain that there's just a lot of confused people here who want to do their best. Having said that, if we use the analogy of being on a boat that's sinking and you have co-passengers who are poking holes in the boat, what do you do with that? What do you do? Good, how are you? I'm Caryma.
Yeah, you have a page?
Yeah, I do. If you look up Sad Lawyer Toronto, you'll find me. Sad Lawyer Toronto. Just Google that, you're going to find me. It's just like a Google search. My website is carymarules.com, but the spelling of my name can be a bit complicated. So sad, 3 letters, lawyer, Toronto, you'll find me.
So I guess like someone is shooting weird messages.
Just documenting, yeah. The reason I have some detail here is last week I got accosted a little bit, and I still want to document what's going on. So just here to keep the peace. Thank you.
Stand up for our rights and our freedom. Let's not let this police state ruin us.
Say it for the camera, Ron.
Paying people paying people for security. Are putting online ads and paying people for
Spread the
security?
love and the joy.
So now I'm a communist because I pay people for their work.
Leave him alone.
I know.
You need us to like move anywhere out of the way. Just let us know, like I said.
We're good. This guy's a clown. He's not going to do anything.
I am here very
It smells like weed around here. You guys.
I'm packing. I'm ready. We will take a smoke break at some point.
leadership government.
Okay, so now shit's getting real.
Restore our freedom and our rights.
Oh, it's our friend from last week.
Doing your job, but please respect our rights and freedom.
I'll tell you that.
Everybody will hear for us. Lovely
That's the nature of movements, eh?
It is.
on a beautiful day here in Queens Park.
Oh, I see some comments in the chat. Thank you all for your support. I really do appreciate that. Okay, let's move around a little bit.
You're all fucking criminals, Cyrus!
Okay, team, let's head in that direction. We'll just go sort of casually.
Oh, I know.
You have security? For what? You look like you got a haircut.
To control the people, now they're gonna destroy the industry, the small business. People losing their minds. They're killing themselves for the isolation. The idea of social distancing is all bullshit too, because when you are together, you get immunity. When you are separate, you get no immunity. You get sick. That is the idea.
That's my girlfriend's mom.
Sorry, did you say your girlfriend's mom is here?
She just walked by. I think she knew I was here and she said, give me a line.
She's not like part of the
No,
protest.
she's not part of this stuff. Imagine that.
That's a plot
That's
twist.
so funny.
That's a plot twist right there.
Just give me her number.
Okay, so I'm gonna flip this to the other side now. We'll do another tour. I realize I should have had the camera the other way. We're learning together.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Queens Park on this glorious Saturday. We are here for a very peaceful protest. No peacefully. They are rescued. Take it willingly.
They have different interpretations of peace.
They
Yes.
are infringing upon so many of our rights under the great Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms. Please read sections 1, 2, and 22, which ensure our voices to be heard, and the media has to be stopped and controlled by our government. Tell the truth. Tell me this is not a newsworthy event. Where are CTV? Where's Global News? Where are all these cowards? They're hiding because the government tells them they can't report this.
Incidentally,
Let's stand up for our rights and our
the protest frequently goes by Bell Media on Queen Street, where they chant fake news. So it's sort of sucking and blowing at the same time, that they want the coverage, but also don't believe the coverage that doesn't suit their narrative. So hopefully you guys could hear that. I think I made a good point just now. Oh, look at that, Ron.
Tell all your friends that I live in Six Nations Reserve and that my business is the biggest marijuana dispensary in Six Nations.
So this is Michelle Robertson, Suzanne.
That's not
what
my
should
name.
I call you? I don't
That's
know.
my name on Facebook.
Okay.
This is your security team. Look at this.
They're wearing thongs.
Well, she's got a GoFundMe account. She's got a GoFundMe account.
So Suzanne's right. I do have a GoFundMe account.
I want everybody back.
Hey!
Assault.
Back off, soul. What a pussy. Pussy. You're not wanted here. You know?
I have charter rights too, Mars. I don't know. I have charter rights too.
Charter of rights. Charter of rights.
Charter of rights.
Well, tell them about the Charter of Rights then.
You can talk without assaulting individuals.
You're right in my boyfriend's face, okay? So fuck off. Fuck off. She calls her super spreaders, but I caught her in the thick of the protest without a mask on.
Go back to your textbooks in school.
Two things. But I'd like her
That's
to call
the
out
insult.
the
Go back to
actual
your
Native
textbooks.
person whose country this is. Tell all your friends to come to Six Nations Reserve and come. I used to think she was useful.
Guys, we're being recorded.
Only was a grown man.
So my security just got assaulted by an elderly lady. As you can see, we have instructions for peaceful resolution here. And they're really upset that I've paid for security. Like, these are people who get angry about communism and the notion of not operating within a capitalist context, and then turn around and get mad when I'm paying people to do a job that I want them to do. It's just, someone make it make sense. I don't know.
Grady woke up and showed violence.
Your mind, your heart, your soul, your spirit, your conscience. What do you have to secure? What do you have left to secure?
Sorry?
Everybody woke up ready to argue.
They sure did.
Tell this woman what there could be boys on the school. Think about it. Why not fishing math? It makes sense. Yeah.
So I'm not important enough to be protected. But as you can see, we were just subject to an assault.
Gotta respect Grady either way.
Chicken.
I'm just gonna start cooking one little meal.
even a silly laugh these hurts. It's true.
How did you get a chicken here? No wonder why he's hiding behind her. Oh, if your security guard is hiding behind you, that's a problem. I hope you have a license because if not,
Hey, why is security here? Make sure people don't get in a certain area.
I hope you have a license.
We're not gonna have conversations if there's no logical conversation.
Right on. Perfect.
So if anyone tries to engage you on conversation about your mask or whatever, you don't talk to them. You don't have to talk to them. Just be, all they can see is your eyes, fucking look mean. That's all you need. Yeah. Don't get drawn into...
She has to smoke, so COVID goes away when you're smoking.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Hey, you hit me with the cane again. This time it wasn't intentional. I'm not mad. Just don't hit me with the cane. No, you know I hate doing stuff. Yeah, that's it.
So bad news, everybody.
No, that's I actually have a job.
My lighter's not working, and that was my coping method and mechanism. I was planning to just smoke a little joint, relax, and now I don't have fire. And I'm afraid to ask anyone around me for a lighter. I think that my security detail are all too healthy to smoke. Yeah, fuck, that's just me. I don't smoke cigarettes, for whatever that's worth.
You can stand there for this Antifa bitch, okay? Because she tried to trash Chris Sky and...
Sorry?
Yeah, so you hide
These guys aren't even
They're just walking around me. Last time I got accosted, and if you were here just now, you'll see that I get accosted because these people don't like my comments. And I'm just here documenting the situation, and I just wanted a bit of a perimeter around me.
Okay.
No one's going to be engaging with anyone. Our plan is, I have a scooter. Obviously, I am going to extricate myself from any situation. But I want people to know that they can't just come at me and yell in my face.
Okay. So previous process you felt threatened?
I sure did. Yeah, it's by this guy actually in the jean jacket.
Okay.
Yeah. My name's Caryma. Yeah, I'm fine. We're fine. We're not engaging with anybody.
This is your second time? How many times have you been to this business?
I've been a few times.
Okay. What's the media platform that you use?
I am with the Dean Blundell Network.
What is it?
The Dean Blundell Network.
D. Blundell.
Dean Blundell Network. He has a network, so he hosts various podcasts. Yeah. Sorry, I didn't hear you.
She hired these...
So I just asked if he's online now, because he used to have a radio show.
Yeah. He's online now. That's exactly right.
I think you really want to be on this
He
side.
used to have a radio show.
I think that's why you came here, but you're masking the real part of who you are. You want to be with us. You want to take off that mask. You want to film me. So you can create a character. Come on, like, what are you doing?
I'm here to document.
You're here to learn people.
I'm here to
This
document.
is a serious matter that you're not even taking to heart. You're making a comedy of it. This is a life and death situation.
The comedy-
You think that it's funny.
The comedy happens around me. I'm captured.
No, this is not comedy. This is reality, honey. It's reality. Okay, there's nothing funny about this. Absolutely nothing. Not your caricatures, not your mockery, not you, commenting on anybody here. This is people, human beings suffering. Okay, standing for their rights, their God-given rights. And people like you taking it away by mocking them. You should not be here. You should not be here.
I have charter
Unless
rights
you're in
too.
support
I
of
have
this
charter
cause,
rights too.
you
I
do. You
am allowed to be
absolutely
here.
do.
I
You're
know
not
I know
here
I'm
to
right.
discriminate. That's our rights.
I'm not here. Your right to discriminate?
No, your right is discriminate. You are discriminating. That's not.
I'm not discriminating against
Yes,
you.
you are.
How am I discriminating
You
against you?
absolutely are. You're absolutely discriminating. What good are you doing?
What do
are
you think
doing?
discrimination means?
Absolutely yelling. This is yelling. It's called raising my voice, projecting it, so you can hear me. Okay. So it pierces your soul.
I have no soul. No.
It doesn't affect you at all because you're on the wrong side. I don't know what kind of pleasure you're getting out of this. While people are in pain around you, it's time for you to wake up. Because right now, you're being very selfish.
Sorry?
We are just kind of like too much for you.
It's very extra, yes.
Very
We will remain in close proximity to officers, so we're not going to have a real...
We talk about being the bystander, not to be the bystander. We talk about how bullying is bad and it creates so much, experiences for people where it gets to the point that they actually kill themselves. What do you think this is? In a different case, is bullying. You're mocking people, creating caricatures of people who have courage. The courage that we need in society. And the reason why we're here is because so many people lack it.
I disagree about that courage. I disagree.
You disagree?
I disagree.
What do you think is going to change this? Your conformity? What do you think is going to change this? Please explain.
Do you believe the pandemic is real or no?
Absolutely not. It's
okay.
Absolutely fake.
So we are starting at very different points.
If you believe the pandemic is real, you wouldn't even be here because you think it's so real. You wouldn't even be in close proximity or standing beside all these people if you thought it was so real.
I'm
the
okay with
would be dead. The friggin' plant would stop growing. Nature itself speaks. Do you not learn? Do you not listen? Please, don't even tell me this pandemic is real. I'm giving you business right now.
You sure are.
Yes, you sure are. You know what? I don't care because I don't profit off of this. You do.
Not yet.
It's disgusting. It's disgusting. Okay? Not yet. So you really think it's about a pandemic or is it about your pockets being full? Around all the people? Are you kidding me? You make your mind. Yeah, protect your camera. You don't have nothing better than that? You want to tell I'll do it for you. I can't believe you can stand there and think this is all funny.
Gives too much pressure.
So there we have it. The fundamental problem is that the people in attendance here genuinely do not believe there is a pandemic. And, this lady is right. What am I doing here if I believe there's a pandemic? I have a couple of thoughts on this. I guess first and foremost is, from what I can tell about outdoor transmission, I don't feel unsafe being outside, especially keeping distance from the people who are around me here. So that's the first thing I'll say. Unlike last week, I don't feel pressured to not be wearing a mask, so I really do feel much safer. And I guess having lost a family member to COVID, shit got real. And I'm here now because I think that there is sort of an important historical moment here. We read about atrocities and civil wars and neighbors turning against neighbors and the sense of it could never happen to us. It could never happen here. But it is happening here. And there are forces that are preying on people's, we'll call it COVID fatigue, but let's not minimize the fact that people have lost businesses, lost their life savings. Children have lost years in school, socialization, everything that was really, that made life sort of tolerable and joyous. We've had to kind of reinvent that in this context, and togetherness is the total antithesis of what COVID does. So very real problems here, but fascism comes at you wearing a smile and promising sort of a more utopic vision and better things for the future. And that's, I feel, a line that some of these folks are buying into or are more susceptible to buying into. And I'm here to document this because, at some point, maybe it's important. Maybe it's important for us to understand how we got to this point.
Sections 1, 2, and 22. Please refresh your memories if you've forgotten them. I'm sure you had to read them in your police training, though.
Ironically, he's quoting Section 1 of the Charter, which is the section that allows for the impairment of charter rights, subject to sort of the limitations being reasonable in a democratic society. So there is an analysis where someone wants to challenge the constitutionality of a particular law or provision or policy. There is an analysis that the courts will go through to assess whether, is the objective important enough. A pandemic, probably yes. Is there a connection, a rational connection between the law impairing the charter right and the objective that the government is trying to solve? So here, presumably the rationale would be that stay-at-home orders are meant to reduce spread, community transmission, and therefore do respond to the objective the government is trying to address. The third stage of an analysis is whether there's proportionality there and whether the right is minimally impairing or if it goes overboard. And, I'm the first person to say that there are policies and laws that I think have gone effectively overboard. And we've never really had leadership who deals with this in a serious way. The priority has been primarily, at least from the outside looking in, lining the pockets of sponsors and cronies.
Chicken wing, and he keeps hiding behind her. So her security keeps hiding behind her.
No, I'm saying.
Chicken wing is staying behind.
She hired security.
Kind of useless.
She hired security, but she made a cake. She made a cake herself instead of the fish guy. That's a Lucy fucking.
Chicken wing is not worth his $100.
So she's here every week and hires
Sweetie,
you guys.
he's a waste of $100. You looking for security, you want somebody who can actually protect you, not somebody you have to protect.
It's not how crazy. It's how crazy you are, not how strong you are.
Make me a cake and deliver it to yourself, please.
Chicken wing, if you're protecting her, you should be on this side of her.
Make me a cake. My name's Omari. Make me a cake and tell the world that I mailed it to you.
I don't know where these people got the idea that I received a cake in the mail. That didn't happen. I had a cake delivered to my office, but they keep talking about mail, and I don't think you can do that through Canada Post. So I've never said it. This is Cakegate, and I'm not going to. I'm going to let this conspiracy theory run wild.
Yeah, the cycle. I haven't noticed. Don't worry. Stalker.
Is your security team?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, there's your security here.
My security, that's right.
And you guys are Black Lives Matter?
Big
No.
stars
Who are
like
you?
always have our
I'm
stars.
actually just a lawyer. I'm a lawyer who films these protests, and the last time,
There's cameras everywhere.
the last time that I was here, someone tried to assault me. It was that guy right there.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Well,
So
it's not popular with a lot of the people here.
I know. And you know what? A lot of the people here, I think I've had good conversations with. So it's unfortunate, but this is really just a peacekeeping measure. I don't want anyone to get in our faces. So, you know, they're here to keep an eye out for me because I can't be watching everyone and everything. But it's people like this that ruin it for everyone, right?
So what exactly did he do?
Did he do?
Yeah.
If you watch, there's a video on Instagram. You're not the first to say that. He basically chased after me while I was on my scooter, sort of spouting this Hindu nationalism, which, you know, I didn't want to hear it. And then he kept following me and shouting at me on the street. And it's a parade, right? You're all walking in one direction. So I tried to, like, let him pass me, and then he would stop and wait for me to catch up. Like, it was very unsettling.
Yeah, we've had a few bad apples that, you know, the crowd's been trying to self-police, but it's kind of hard because it's a freedom march, right?
You're bringing in everyone from everywhere.
Well, most of them, even the people with emotional and mental problems, are pretty well behaved. Yep. But it just takes a couple of idiots to make everybody look bad.
Yep. So where do you stand on all of this?
On which part?
I mean, I guess...
Let's put it this way. I drove here from Stratford every single week since last May.
Really, eh? Okay,
because
so you're an OG
I feel so strongly about this.
Okay.
It's like so blatantly, obviously a global takeover. Boy, the fucking virus is bullshit coming. The fucking horrible future coming at you. And people who believe it are mentally weak and or frightened, which makes, you know, people don't think when they're scared. Most people don't.
I think that's true. I think that we react with a very primal sense of our brain.
Sure.
Yep.
That's why, I don't know. I try and follow the teachings of that one guy that might have been all right. He said, don't fear it. So that's important. I mean, that's what they're doing. They're using psychology and fear to take over the world. It sounds crazy, but yeah, they're taking.
Do you worry that okay, so I think we probably are aligned in that I hate how the government has dealt with this, and I think that there's blatant corruption, right? Blatant
corruption, and it's coming down from higher up than the government.
Okay.
Right? Like our premier and our prime minister, all the middlemen, for the likes of George Soros.
Okay, so the globalist sort of that's your concern.
Let's call it the globalist cabal, because that's what it is. Like, even though that sounds totally fucking science fiction and weird,
it kind of does, right?
I know. But the more you look at it, this is the only thing that can possibly explain it. And then you look at the history and you go, oh yeah, the Frankfurt School totally brought this to North America back in the 20s. Right? The Kim Philby spy ring was not an anomaly. Right? And they've infiltrated and subverted since then. And they've been extra successful at it. And that's how we end up with leaders like Justin Trudeau and this fucking Merkel in Germany.
Okay.
Right? They're all full of horse shit. They're selling the agenda. And the agenda is, the Agenda 2030 is just a front for the globalist takeover of the world. The UN is just a front for these assholes.
So you've been coming from Stratford, I guess pre-pandemic, like... No. Sorry. I mean, what was life pre-pandemic for you? Because I know everyone's lives have shifted drastically.
Well, I saw it coming before the pandemic, actually. Okay. I was just waiting to see when the other shoe would drop. As soon as the Wuhan thing happened at the end of 2019, right after this event 201. Coincidence? No, because the event is going to happen while it's still 2001 something. That's why it happened. That's why it's called event 201.
Okay.
Because the new decade of 202 was coming. They wanted an event that still happened within 201 to show everybody that's paying attention. We did this. We're doing this. You're paying attention to what's going on. And the symbology, it's like patently obvious. They did this. And then they used it. And that's where we are right now. They're still using it. And you got all these fucking people not realizing they're tools of totalitarianism while they're collecting their paychecks that are going to bankrupt us.
Right. Yeah, there's a lot of resources that go into this weekly march.
Fucking horses every week for no reason. When have these people ever been violent? Oh, we got horses every week.
Yeah.
Never, ever been violent. such fucking bullshit. It's unbelievable. Just get me going.
Has this shifted your perspective on sort of police and the role of police in society?
It shifted my perspective on all our Canadian institutions. I used to think that they were rock solid.
Okay.
And when I was a kid, I learned about Islam.
Sure.
And I thought, we're safe. We got strong institutions. I didn't pay any attention until M103 came.
Okay.
And introduced Islamophobia into the Canadian legal parlance. And I knew right then that they're trying to destroy the country. If you bring in a blasphemy law into a free country, you're trying to destroy that country.
Was that a blasphemy
Yes,
law
it
there,
is.
or was it like a hate
Yes, it
speech
is.
law?
It shields Islam from scrutiny and criticism. That's a fucking blasphemy law. I don't care how you call it what. That's what it is. Islam is a totalitarian ideology designed to take over the world. It's been very successful. Your battery's low.
Oh dear. Well, you know what? I brought extras. Thank you for letting me know, because I can't see on top of my head. I'm going to switch it out, but I appreciate you speaking with me.
Well, hey, anybody that's here, I want to question your motive. I see these guys and I go, what the fuck's going on? So I got to go over and say, what are you guys doing here?
That's fair, you know? That's fair.
You say you're a lawyer.
That's right.
So have you been doing anything, or do you think about? Because I see you got a Black Lives Matter thing, so that means you're on the other side from me ideologically.
Well, this is not a Black Lives Matter thing.
Yeah, well, this is either communism or Black Lives Matter. You can take your pick, but it's.
I don't think it's either. I don't think it has to be either of those.
It is. It is. The clenched square fist is the symbol for Black Lives Matter and historically for communism. So, if I see anybody wearing that sort of gear, I think they're on the exact opposite side ideologically for me. Because I'm a conservative. I believe in the values that built this country, and I believe in freedom. Truth and freedom are what made the world so great, and it's only the Western liberal democracies that brought it to the people. It's the best system of life ever devised on this planet by a long shot. So anybody that's a communist or anybody
Hey
that's
guys, hi.
that's a leftist,
This is Judith. Guys, can we walk through Chinatown today? We need to walk through Chinatown. You know, because we need to wake up the ethnic group. Chinese.
This is dope. Someone just gave me a lighter, guys.
a lighter?
I needed a lighter.
You needed one?
I did.
Do that. Another thing. Oh, right. Another
Okay,
thing.
so
My,
let me just ask you, are you sympathetic to Black Lives Matter?
I think I'm very concerned about the statistics that show that Black people are disproportionately targeted by.
No, then you're not getting real statistics.
I think I am.
No, when 4% of the population does 50% of the crime, how do you call that being targeted? No, it's a subculture that's developed because of the fucking welfare state. Obviously. Go to some inner city in the States and find out about it.
I don't think I can agree with that, but we can agree to disagree.
Well, that's pretty broad brushstroke. So, generalisms are by nature wrong. But that's basically the facts. You give people free money for being poor, and there's suddenly a lot of poor people. That's what's happened the last 40, 50 years. Ever since the Civil Rights Act in 64. That was the beginning of the end for Black independence. You say, here, you don't need a baby daddy, the state will be your baby daddy. Oh, suddenly you got a ton of fucking single mothers. Coincidence? No, it's not a coincidence. LBJ was right. I'm going to give them this civil rights, and these niggers are going to vote for me forever. That's what he said. That's what they did. He didn't care for them. He just wanted to stay in power.
I was not going to stand down and let the government take another milestone away from my son. We took that notice once because when they came, the bylaw officer came, because I had a communist neighbor who reported on us for having fun. I trespass notice was in front of my door. They were looking at it. They didn't know what to do. They called somebody. They didn't know what to do. They called two police officers. The police officers came, knocked on my door, looked at me and
what? That's a fair metaphor for life.
Amazing. People speaking from their hearts. Anybody wants to say something, feel free to come and use my microphone. Vaccine anybody.
So
Okay,
you're not against the protest
let's
thing?
stand together and do this together peacefully.
No, I'm definitely against parts of this, but
Really?
I'm not against being critical of what's going on.
What part of this are you against?
Well, I think that we disagree on whether there's a pandemic or not. So that's sort of the first
Sure.
fundamental.
Sure, look
Right?
at the death rates. Just look at the death rates. It's a clincher argument. Doesn't matter if you're talking local, national, international. Look at the overall death rates. It clinches the argument. There's no argument against it. There is no argument against it. The death rates are within normal parameters, 100%. So if you can argue against that, I'd like to hear it.
So we're gonna start following these
But
folks.
there is no argument for that. The death rate's within normal parameters. Everywhere.
I guess we follow.
But hey, if you get any problems, just keep an eye out for me. Give me a wave.
I appreciate it. What do I call you?
No problem. Hey?
What's your name?
Mike.
Mike Caryma. Very nice to
Karina,
meet you.
my pleasure.
Thank you.
Pretty bad that at least $300, and your friends wouldn't even do it for free. I know any reference here.
So the fucking organizers chirping at me because, again, I paid for security. These people are communists. They don't want anyone to be paid for anything. It's really crazy. It's crazy what I'm seeing here. I see no communism in Canada, and these motherfuckers are complaining that I'm paying people to assist with a job. Unreal. Unreal.
Here we go. Let's go have a lovely walk through our great city of Toronto, the most oppressed city in the world in the current time.
So the most oppressed city in the world. I feel like North Korea has an edge on us, but that's fine. What do I know? This man's handing out vaccine, protester vaccine.
Yes.
Can we see what is that?
It's they're poppy cakes, protester vaccine.
I'm allergic,
Okay.
but I
I
appreciate
was
that.
just looking for the chef. She's here somewheres. And
that's mint, yeah?
Yeah, I don't know. Yes, the mint is mint. I just don't know if it's gluten free. Somebody else asked, right? Probably, because that's the character of the person that cooked it.
Fair,
right? So,
fair.
what are you allergic to?
Poppy seeds.
Oh, well, yeah, I think you're allergic.
Yeah, I see that. So,
Yeah,
sorry.
the mint, though, if you like, it's going to help you.
I appreciate it. Thank you, sir.
Around here somewhere.
You take care.
Anyways, I guess I'm the waiter today.
You're going to be everyone's favorite person. All right, so I think that, things started off fairly successfully. There was maybe a couple of irate elderly people and some communists, but, it's fine. It's fine. We're coping. We're doing good. And we're going to march and see what these freedom fighters are all about. And, to the very kind and generous stranger who gave me a lighter, who must have been watching this, you are an angel. Thank you. Thank you. There's another kid with a scooter, not to trash the children, but mine's way cooler because it has a motor, so I can go faster. But
Do you have any requests?
Yeah.
But I have a lot of cool songs.
So this week there were no speeches, which is a departure from the norm. But maybe they didn't like their keynotes being broadcasted because they've had some interesting characters. Okay, I'm gonna put my joint away right now.
You all good? You need anything?
I'm good. No, we're good. I hope it doesn't rain. I mean, it kind of already is, but that's God telling us that we're wrong and should not be here. But it could also be God saying, persevere. So I don't know.
No more lockdown! No more lockdown! Freedom! 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 Freedom!
So clearly the march has begun. Hopefully you guys can hear this. I'm trying to project as much as I can through my mask. We are outdoors, but since I have security this time, I don't feel unsafe wearing my mask, which is, kind of the opposite effect that one should feel. You can see the line of cops who are protecting the street from being blocked. It's starting to drizzle, but no one seems deterred.
And the lockdown! Give us our freedom back and this unconstitutional lockdown!
Are you guys doing okay? I'm worried about you in t-shirts.
I just want to make sure we can't get in trouble for this, right?
No.
Okay, all these
I will
people keep
defend
telling
you.
me that we're gonna get arrested. I was like, what?
I will defend you.
You're in good hands. These people talk a lot of shit, so that's important to understand.
Because I don't actually have a security light.
I know you
Okay,
don't.
yeah.
I know you don't. You're not really providing security. You guys are my drama troupe of sorts. But that's why we're not going to physically touch anybody. In speaking with people, don't give them any identifying information about yourselves, like school or whatever, because these people are crazy.
And looking down in Texas right now. Texas, Florida, Georgia.
So you were swearing at me, but then I watched it for the thing. Oh.
Caryma's mother is a super spreader.
It doesn't do any
Good.
Michelle Robertson, ladies and gentlemen. Or Suzanne, or whatever she goes by. Okay, I'm gonna weave through people a little bit, so just keep track of me. I'm gonna weave through a little bit so that we get further ahead of it. It's our favorite sign. Where did the flu go? I don't know. Maybe it's the masks and the distancing and the hand washing. I don't know. our buddy.
I'm coming, bro. I'm coming, bro.
I'm going to go ahead of them a little bit and then stand on a thingy and film it from up there. So I'll be right back, okay?
If you're wearing a badge because you think it's saving you, you've been successfully brainwashed.
Okay, team, are we doing okay? Everyone's like good? Anyone need water, anything?
Who are you? Who are you?
I'm a lawyer. I'm a lawyer.
You're a lawyer.
Yeah,
A real good one from the sounds of it.
I am.
You're a joke, baby.
Tell this gentleman to look up my credentials.
Because of obedience, brainwashed sheep, the world is going to suffer and going to be destroyed. Because of brainwashed sheep, take out the stupid mask. What is the matter? Have you seen anybody sick? Have you seen anybody with very bad symptoms? We are here 1 year with nobody sick from us. We never seen anybody sick walking with deadly symptoms. Where is the Chinese that eat the bot soup? You pointed, you stooges. Where is the Chinese that eat the bot soup? Where is the virus? Where is the Chinese person that caused the virus?
So you can hear people chanting about Chinese people and the virus. Earlier we spoke with Mike, who told us about his concerns about Bill, I guess it's M103, Islamophobia. He dropped an N-bomb as well. So to anyone who says that there's zero hint of white nationalism here, those are exactly the threads that people are picking up on.
In obedience, we're not going to have any freedom. The guys in the uniform, they think they have a closet and cover themselves to do job. It's illusion. It's insane. The thing that you have a secure job. Very soon you're going to be training or any other place to be here. You're going to be deported.
We're marching for the
We have so
children.
much. We want to get poverty money in Canada. Why they don't go after opioids?
yeah, here we are at the March part of this event. We're currently going down Yonge Street, heading towards Dundas. I don't know where this ship will turn, so we're really just going with the flow, following the crowd. My detail is doing a remarkable job fending off people. They've been attacked themselves for wearing masks, for being here, protecting a nobody. So they're very good sports. Very good sports.
Some of us would fix that.
Sorry, say that again?
I hear you, and that's not right.
What's not right?
I just heard you say that, sometimes people get Antifa has been approached, attack the mask verbally, toss and talk.
I'm saying that they just got attacked themselves here for wearing their masks. Yeah, they did. It's not your fault, but yeah, there's people in this movement.
Looks like Matthew McConaughey from Dallas.
So in case you missed that, an anti-masker just explained how we weren't actually attacked for wearing our masks, despite this being all streamed live. So y'all as my witness, you know what's going on. Another kid in a scooter, again, less cool than mine, no motor, but no horsepower here. I would smoke this kid in a second. I'm kidding. I think it's actually really, I don't know, it feels unsafe to be bringing children here, but I don't know. I liked it when we were walking beside the music person. Now we're walking beside the angry ranting person. Less of a party vibe, I will say, but much more apocalyptic. Pick your poison. The man is bleeding like a sheep into his megaphone. This is incredible. I wish you all could experience this in person, but it's good that you're not. Stay home. I realize I'm a bit of a hypocrite myself for being here. I can't look away at this point. I just can't. Got a shirt featuring the Charter of Rights and Freedoms. Thank you. Much appreciated. Thank you. We have a guardian angel, everybody. Guardian angel who's looking out for me. Thank you. Incidentally, Young Street is awful. So many potholes. Just a civic announcement. You're doing great. Thank you. I'm just going to get a shot of these guys, so I'm just going to go up ahead.
You have henchmen, but you have wheels.
I didn't come here
Hey,
to play.
chicken wing, how's it going? You got some meat on those bones, buddy?
She has meat to spare, so don't worry about her.
I have chubby sisters and the insults that I could draw.
We are a peaceful force here, but yeah. Little do they know, like in a fight, you don't have to be strong, you have to be crazy. So
You gotta have precision. That's what I think about it. You know what I mean? Like, it's all about skill. Like, you know what I mean? When you
I
fight.
feel you. I've never been in a fight actually, so I'm more like talking from theory. But I believe it. I have full confidence in
I
you.
watched UFC a lot, so like even like the big like greatest champions,
Yeah.
I'm not that like big. You know what I
They don't
mean?
gotta be
That's
big.
my skill, you know?
No.
It's funny to me.
Yeah, it's funny because like the pot, you know. But anyway.
No more! No! And no! No! You gotta ask yourself, are we in a pandemic or is it a pandemic? No more! No! No more! No!
Let's pass these people. Yeah. I can't stand looking at her anymore. Yeah, let's get out of here. Do you mind walking this for me for a minute? Yeah. Okay, so how's my battery doing? 4%. So now we are maybe being Eaton Center. I'm gonna plug in a battery. It is raining a little bit. Man, of all the fucking people to get stuck next to.
If our government is so good, why do we have so much poverty on the free figures? Mental illness, suicide. Why the hell is this Canada? Why does freaking Canada have so much problems? Will you sheep making a coupon through? Or listen to a government coupon please fight? And Narendra Modi is the one. Can you make up your mind and just not to be the draconian law? Salvation. Especially for black people.
Especially
for the more you agree, the draconian laws are coming up for you.
Really something.
We live a common freedom. The crowd is moving. Nothing left behind. The crowd is moving. It's destroying the humanity. Don't you see that? The way it is your only salvation. You think we're going to handle secure job police officers? That's the beef this day. Big division on top. You're not going to have it very soon. You're going to be replaced.
So we're going to walk like this for a bit.
And support us. United, we have the power. We have the power.
Don't make fun of my GoPro hat. I'm doing what I need to in order to capture the footage. So these are the concessions one makes in order to do a good job of this. It really is raining. My detail, they are rock stars. They're plowing through. We're probably about halfway through the march. But you know what? The sky can't stay rainy forever. Is what I've decided for my birthday. It is my birthday, so everyone should be nice to me.
You're not safe. Stand up with the truth. Stand up with unity. You don't have to give your badges in your job. Job has to disobey the draconian evil rules. Why the enforcement did not go after Black Lives Matter when it was damaging? Why they did not go after damaging in the United States and here? Why they did a green light to damage it and everything? But they don't give us the right to say I'm sorry.
Antifa, how you doing, Antifa? Thanks for coming.
I'm doing great. Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, good.
Antifa, motherfucker.
On you here today.
COVID-19 is a scam.
Just in case you guys didn't catch my shirt, this is a
And the
Caryma
PCR false test. And you will see no more virus exist. No more false positive. No symptoms, but you have to quarantine because you might have the symptoms. You might get the virus. The media is the virus. The media and the TV is the virus. Medias around the world are protesting. They are not wrong. They are open-minded, and awakened people. They know the truth. Medias around the world. Scientists and doctors are suppressed for speaking the truth. Instructions are given to the enforcement to arrest and ticket fully employed people for getting fines.
Where did you get the shirts?
Guardian Security. Guardian Security.
What are you guys securing? Oh, absolutely. That's what we're all about.
Incidentally, Guardian Security did do a great job with producing these shirts, front and back. So thank you.
Holy crap! This guy shut up. How long do you have a voice for? This guy's been yelling for 2 hours straight.
They're nothing if not persistent. So now we are really right another entrance of the Eaton Center. I actually had to do a curbside pickup the other day, and it's a very bizarre sort of system, and I can only imagine what it's like for employees. And to Foot Locker, it was Sport Check. I apologize. I didn't quite know the proper etiquette or protocol in terms of placing orders. They're very patient with me. I guess where I'm going with this, that no one likes this right now. There are maybe a handful of people who are profiting from the pandemic, but everyone else is hurting. So, we obviously just have very different ideas on what needs to happen to rehabilitate our society, and I don't even know that we agree on what the problem is. Anyway, I am about ready for a little break. Happy 420, everybody. It's not 420. This was fake news. I apologize. I don't know why I wear lipstick with masks. That was stupid. Obviously, it's not holding up well. We're approaching now Old City Hall. If these people thought I was shedding the vaccine, we would be pilloried. I'm not even going to broach that. Do you guys want to see me dead? I don't know. No, but in all seriousness, you've probably heard at this point, if you've been tuning in, and if not, we will do a nice recap. But the people here have much the same arguments as those opposing them. Wake up, do your own research, be critical. And those are the talking points. But we're at, I guess, very different understandings of what that actually means. And there's no consensus, clearly, on things that up to this point maybe would have been